Hey guys, uh, I watch a fair amount of YouTube videos, and I've noticed that rotary table videos are few and far between. Seems to be an area. I don't know what's going on, but the ones I've seen are the few that are available to look at are okay, but it seems to be lacking something. I know Joe Pye does a lot. He kind of dominates that area, and other guys are like light years behind. Well, I've been on a planet for a long time, and I got a fair amount of rotary table experience, and I'm at a point where I'm making a prototype, and I was planning my work, and that's how I operate. I'm an old school guy. I plan my work and then I work my plan. You understand? That's old school talk. All right. Let me show you where I'm going here, and maybe this little video can benefit somebody. I'll show you how I operate. Maybe it'll help somebody. All right. Let me take you down here. I'll show you what I'm building. It's called Chuckmate. It's a project. It's a product I'm making. You see this? First of all, let me show you. There's a chuck. You see a three-jaw chuck? That there's a Chuckmate body, and that's the Chuckmate stop. You see it? What I'm going to do is show you where they go together. Let me just do this so you get an idea of what the hell I'm attempting to do. That's the Chuckmate body. I'm going to bring it up. Okay. I put the Chuckmate. It's got a rare earth magnet that holds it on there. All right. But it needs a stop so when you slide it in. So here's what the Chuckmate stop looks like. Let me see. That's how it looks assembled. Let me get back now. Give you an idea where I'm going. All right, well, I'm going to elaborate a little further. This video is about the chuck stop. You see it here? It shows how small it is. 878 this way, 692 that way, 187 thick stock material, 30,000 chamfer everywhere. I'm showing it this way just as a visual aid, all right? The black is the Chuckmate body. The red is the chuck jaw, right? And I'm showing this area right here. See where the mouse is? This area in here is the area that stops when you slide it in. All right? You position it. I'm showing a side view here. The chuck jaw is much longer than the Chuckmate body, so that you can put something in the back here, all right? Just giving you a little background music here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this instrument driving. This happens to be symmetrical, but it's got a fair amount of angles and chamfers, and I'm going to show you how I go about it, all right? Let me take you over here. Back to this. Rotary table instrument driving, all right? I got a big rotary table on a 14-inch Yuasa, and it's on a Birmingham table, 10 by 54. Much too big. You could do this job with something quite a bit smaller, but that's what I got, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, let me show you, uh, let me elaborate here. I'm going to use a piece of material, 3/16 by 1 by 1, stock size flat stock, right? You see it here? All the chicken wire is the area that's going to be removed, and this is what's going to be left. I want to make a note though. The center, see that center line there? That's the center line. This is offset with I'm showing a flathead screw going right through this piece and into a jig. All right? I'm going to show you how I'm doing that. This is a jig I'm going to make. Very simple jig. All right? Again, standard flat stock. 2 inches wide, 1/2 inch thick, 6 inches long. You see it there? All right? And I'm showing dead center. See that? That little X in that red circle? That's dead center of that piece. And I'll show you how that is. I'll show you a side view. See? These are my 1/2 inch bolts. 1/2 inch lockdown bolts. All right? And over here, I'm showing the center line again. You see it? 0, 0, 0, 0. Right? All right? The offset of the screw is 96 thousandths on the y-axis. I'm going to show you how to get there, all right? Oh, first of all, well, I'll do this first. What you're going to do is put the 1/2 inch holes in. First of all, very important, so I got to, first of all, you coax the center hole in your rotary table. Whether you coax it or use an intercol, you line up the spindle with the table and you zero your DRO, right? Both ways, 0, 0, right? And now you never turn that DRO off, you leave it on. It's the basis for everything, all right? But before you do that, I digress. I want to show you how I use my rotary table. You see this? Before I get started, see these little hammers? That's to snug the table down or to lock it. What I do is I snug it up so it's got a little tension on it. I turn my rotary table clockwise. That makes this table spin in this direction. You see it? All right? And I approach it. So I'm turning this way, and I indicate this edge. See, T-slots or whatever. Right? So that my hand wheel's turning to the right, my table's turning clockwise. Right? Once I get it, I don't want no backlash. You know, I think Joe Pye did something similar. Anyways, just making that point, right? All right, now I'm going to show you how to do this. I could do this without even looking at the work. You see this? So what I do is I strap this in. Once it's strapped in, I hit the offset, which is, come on, asshole. Then I dial 096 and I put a tapped hole in the piece after it's after the jig is strapped in, after. All right, you see it here? I forgot to draw that, okay? All right, now, let me show you how I laid this out. Maybe it'll help you. let me point out a few things. Alright, now this is fastened to the jig, and the jig's bolted on the table. You see this? That line? That's side 1. See up here? That's side 2, that angle. And this is side 3, that flat, right? That's how it evolves. I'm going to show you how I can do it just driving the instrument. Here's my layout. Side 1. That's this side right here. See that? Alright? I'm gonna make off this as an end mill. See this circle? Alright? And I'm gonna show you. You're on 0, 0. I'm gonna dial it over on the x-axis. 626 plus 626. Let me do that and I'll show you what happens. Oh, by the way, that's a 3/8 end mill. See, it says that. You notice how it's tangent to side 1? Right? Now you move the y-axis back and forth, right? To clean up this side, right? Right? Now let me go back. Alright, now I'm going to get side 2 up there. See side 2? Side 2. I'm going to revolve the table 60 degrees, right? And I'm going to move from the center 559 degrees. I'm going to do that here. Watch this. See the table's revolved, right? 60 degrees. Now I'm going to move over 559 thousandths on the DRO. Watch. Right? You notice I'm tangent. That end mill is tangent to side 2. So you move the y-axis in and out, right? And you clean that side up, right? Let me go back. Alright, we're going to do the same thing for side 3. See side 3 here, right here? Alright? I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees on the table, and I'm going to move the DRO 553. Let's do that. Now turn the table 90 degrees. You see, side 3 is on the center line. Now I'm going to move the end mill over 533, and I'll be tangent to it. Let me do that. And notice that end mill is tangent to that side. Are you getting my drift? Alright? This is my old school method of laying it out. You could do this. You could do this piece a million other ways. I'm gonna make a few of them, so I'm gonna do it this way. I figured maybe this might help somebody. You know, I don't know, but it's at least I got a rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. Okay. I hope this helps somebody. Catch you later.